Rough.
Ryan.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I knew I was going to do that.
It happens all the time. It's okay. It keeps me humble.
You know, it's funny, because especially when it's in the high school stuff.
He's
right
here,
there.
by the way.
Yes,
I know he is. And he's just everywhere. Coach, an amazing thing for you to be here when you think back on how things went for you, but also a couple of coaches that you know extremely well.
You know, thank you, first of all. It's an honor to be with you guys. You do an amazing job, and you know, tremendous for Utah high school sports, and especially basketball. But these two coaches, I admire so much. They fought really hard to get here. Their teams have fought really hard to get here, and they deserve to be here. When you look at their records, 24-3 and 24-2 and 23-3, just remarkable. And it's so hard to do. And there's some really, really good players on both teams. I am so excited to be able to watch this game and just be here with you guys, because it's going to be a battle. And it's going to come down, I think, to the very, very end. It's going to be the battle of the boards. Also, who can fight to get to the free throw line as well. But there's a lot of showcase players, and I'm excited to talk about them.
It's going to be awesome. You think about these two teams coming in. Davis was down early to Layton in their semifinal, came back. Herriman was down early in their semifinal. The Corner Canyon came back. And I'm excited to see this matchup. You know, the length of Herriman. Zach Tanner had a huge first half in that semifinal. I think he had 17 at the break. And then you saw Cale Barkley get going late for Herriman. They've got great shooting in Blanchard and Mulford. And then you look at Davis. And I mean, it's just a gritty bunch. You've got Coleman Atwater, and then you've got guys after him in Turley, Bessinger, Sparrow, Bennett Wright had a big semifinal. Both these teams have a lot of depth and a lot of players that can step up and make big plays. And who will do it tonight?
They're going to jump it up, and we're going to get ready to roll. So it's going to be number 4, Gordon Christensen, who's going to win it. Who does win the tip, tracked down by JT Turley. He does get that one over Zach Tanner. But this could be fun, Coach. So if you were Coach Sims, what would you want to do to open this game?
Well, do what you do, and it's getting to the basket. You know, get the ball in Atwater's hands. Try to get to the foul line early. Sparrow's an unbelievable talent. You get the ball to him, get downhill. And they play a little bully ball, and they find ways to get to the rim. And that's one thing I know Chad will do.
You know, interesting, an offensive foul called there on Coleman Atwater. I was actually talking with an official not working this game, a different official. And he said, I'm starting to call offensive fouls on who created contact. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That little sidestep there by Atwater.
Yeah.
There's one.
And that's a quick one, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's just crazy. So send it out to Stilson. Stilson up top to Mulford. As Mulford comes off the screen by Tanner. Interesting decision. Fall back. Cannot get it to go. That ball tipped around and then taken there by number 2. It's Bodie Sparrow.
Davis is going to have to be strong on the boards. All the length of Herriman, you're going to have 3-4 guys chasing rebounds all game long. Coach talked about that's going to be a big key tonight in this championship.
Hands off to Atwater. Coleman hits.
Special talent. The kid has worked so hard, you know, comparable to what he did last year and where he is this year. He's carried his team. He's willed his team. Great play, great start.
And the foul at the rim. Going to be a 2-shot foul here. And it'll be a 6:40 left. An interesting start for Herriman. They're trying to tie this game up to the free throw line.
I like him attacking here, right? Both these teams have quite a bit of depth. But, man, if you can get some of the starters for Davis in foul trouble, I think don't know if we've seen their depth contribute in quite the same magnitude as some other teams. And so you can get their starters in some foul trouble, maybe rely on that bench earlier. I think that's a good recipe for Herriman.
Get a rhythm and get to the foul line early is huge. Carlo Mulford is going to be a huge key to this game, as well as JT Turley for Davis.
So back up the floor with Turley. Is off the screen. They drop it in, send it back out to Sparrow. Sparrow going to drive, sends it out. It's Turley on the take, sends it out to Sparrow. He's going to drive out to Turley. Man, they're moving the basketball.
Yes, they are.
Could be a fall away from Bessinger. Can't get it to go, and the rebound taken there by Mulford. It's a tough shot after all the passing. The three, got it. How about that one? If you're Cale Barclay.
Well, you really want to get him started early, and that's a great start for Herriman for sure. Kid's a winner, also has had an incredible year, and he's got to score points, obviously, for them to be where they want to be at the end of this game.
And I love that they say, because if you think about that semi, it was not the best game from Carlo this year. And the first 3 quarters were not strong for Cale. And I don't say that'd be critical of them. Corner did a great job on him. But what does Herriman do first 2 plays? Carlo drive and the Cale 3. We're locked and loaded.
Cale Barclay, an absolute killer from the corner.
Just, he's just Mr. Consistent, and even though, Dusty said that, Dane said that it's a struggle early on, he still finished strong, and he has done that all year. And a lot of these teams struggle in the beginning of the first and second quarters, but man, they usually come through in the second half. Another great move there to get to the foul line early by Herriman.
Coach, a lot of times you see teams kind of come out, be intentional, slower pace. This one feels like we're getting ready to get in a track meet here. If you had to guess which tempo favors these 2 teams here tonight, what would you say?
Well, I think both of them play a little bit slower, pace. And by doing that actually, that great statement by John Wooden that says, be quick, but don't hurry. They actually speed up as the game goes on. And it's because of their ball movement. They share the ball, and then they get lanes, and they start getting downhill, and they start becoming playmakers for each other. So it's fun to watch that.
There's a 3rd-team foul on Davis. Adding up quickly.
That's why I was surprised by it. Because you get 2 that you're like, really? And there was part of it was just simply because of what it was. Come off the screen, the jumper is good. That's pretty.
I think Turley doesn't get a lot of talk, but he deserves it. That kid is super quick, and you see the confidence he has just pulling up.
That brings out his senior leadership as well.
Got around him and then gets the foul. It was a nice drive there.
This is going to be the 4th-team foul.
Make sure I go through this. Greg Spencer, Drake Marquez, and Shane Stinger, the officials tonight, as there's a timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:49 left in the first quarter, tied up at 7.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
How's your card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Back inside the Huntsman Center, but Dusty Litzner, Dane Stewart, and of course, Coach Rob Cuff. But Coach, it's interesting to see how much these guys really put time in the gym and everything else that gets them here.
You have a ton of respect for both of these coaches, obviously all coaches that you get to this level, and the tremendous amount of time that you put in. And people really don't understand or realize the time it takes with your staff to be able to scout really, really good teams. And obviously they've been through, the tournament, through the season, and they play each time that, it just hits a little bit more pressure, but the tremendous amount of time and preparation is so much respected. And knowing Coach Sims, Coach Meacham, and their staff is putting a lot of time into it. So it's very respected.
Here's the other thing I'm curious about. The semifinal was yesterday. Coach, you talk about the preparation. What is that like? Guys, we got 16 hours and we got to do it again.
Yeah, you let the kids sleep, but you don't.
Okay.
And then your kids trust you. And that's what it is. It's a tremendous amount of trust that these kids have in their coaches right now. But they get all the credit, for sure.
Yeah, he's knocked out of bounds.
And that right there is why. Because that first call, right? That first call, that little sidestep, you get the offensive foul. There's a bump there to push him out of bounds. Who creates contact? Foul. First on the kill. consistency.
Yeah.
As a coach, that's all you want.
It is. And you know what? Both of these teams do a really good job, drawing fouls. And it's just because they're so strong, tremendous amount of strength to be able to get downhill and find ways. And we're going to be shooting free throws early.
Yes, we are.
Especially when you look and you see with 4:28 left in the first quarter, 4 team fouls on Davis, 1 on Herriman.
Look, it's the last game of the night, guys. There's nowhere for us to be, right? We can just... It's just more times we get to spend with Coach Ryan Cuff.
Oh, man. Isn't it always? Oh, man, how about that take and make there by Mulford? 10-7.
Love that kid. A lot of heart, a lot of will in him.
So Atwater gives that one up, gets it back. Straight away with Sparrow, goes at Barclay and gets it to go. What a take and make.
Great finish at the rim.
It's what he does best. When we played him earlier in the season in the first round or second round of the tournament, he absolutely ate us up.
How about
here we go. On the other end.
Yeah, that's Bodie Sparrow. Sorry.
Mulford.
Thank you. Carlo Mulford. Got that along the baseline, sends out to Bessinger. Sends to the corner, 3 on the way, can't get it. A rebound out of bounds off of Davis.
Yeah. That's something that Herriman can live with. With Sparrow shooting the outside shot, they've scouted him really pretty good. And the biggest thing is they just don't want him going downhill. And they've got to wall up and make sure that they close the gap on him because he is so dangerous getting to the rim.
He is. And his athleticism is where his advantage is, both the mix of his quickness and his size, his physicality. You're right. He'll hit that 3, but it's a lower percentage shot for him, and you'll take that.
So a foul to Bessinger.
Boy, 2 on Bessinger. They're leaving him in here.
I was curious what happened, that his number has stayed the same most of the year.
Early on, he was 24. Well, and he did change it.
Yeah, he wore 0 a couple times and back to 24
Oh,
here.
it's 24 here. Yeah, he was 0 early on. That's right. He was 0 and in scouting and preparing for Davis. It was like, is this the same kid, early on? And it's like, that throws the coach off. Maybe that's why they did that.
And that's why it's like, wait, when did he do it?
Hey, there's a new idea for you, Coach. Just switch the numbers mid-year and right before region.
And then you get a little bit of an advantage.
Little edge there.
Straight away, Sparrow got it. Knocks it down, and it's a 2-point ball game.
You must have heard what we said, Coach. Bodie, you're welcome.
I'm willing him into shooting the 3 right there. That's on me right here.
And off the turn, there's a turnover, and now back on the floor. Bessinger gets it away. Atwater to Sparrow, sends out to the corner, and Turley gives him a 15-14 lead.
That's a great way to deal with the height, right?
Yeah.
Kick out, 3 ball. Go ahead, Coach.
Just love the action there and the penetration for a teammate and just stepping up and being ready to shoot. That's going to open up the floor for sure for Davis to get downhill even more, knocking down some of those shots.
Barclay can't get that one, and it's Atwater coming away with the rebound. Oh, what a move. Put it off the glass. And a 3-point Davis lead.
How fun is that? It's so fun to watch. And again, he has put a lot of work in, and for him to be able to do that, to get to the rim against a pretty good defensive team there, that's what Davis needs. Getting it down. That's what the 3-point shot will do for you. Now getting downhill.
Pretty take and make there by Mulford.
Yeah, that's a nice job. 2 different ways to get the rim. That quick move from Atwater on this end, and Mulford just a little hesitation, but both effective.
Oh, Mulford got to the rim and missed it on the bottom. Here comes a push. Steals it and gives it out. And the three is there.
He's feeling good tonight.
Well, what a first quarter.
No
I
kidding.
mean, you couldn't ask for anything better for fans to be able to watch this. This is a fun game.
First to 90 tonight, Coach?
I thought probably the first to 60. Maybe it'll slow down a little bit, but maybe I'll change.
That ball is tipped out of bounds off of.
We have a foul.
No way.
Yes. And this is going to be interesting. Okay, Mulford. Because I was going to say, Bessinger has the 2. Remember, he fouled out of that semi. He's still on the floor here. So, something to keep an eye on there for Davis. He'll come off now.
So Kauser will come on with 45.9.
Kauser's another senior for Davis that also just plays a role, just a really important role for Davis, you know, and just finds a way, just little things, and finds a way to get some points, and not very many, but his defense is tough also.
And Stone Tiet stepped out of bounds.
Well, and while he might not score very many, it always feels like when he does, it's a critical juncture. Right where it's like, oh, that's a killer. That's a killer from Kauser. You might end the night with 4 or 5, but they're big 4 or 5 points, the timeliness and impact.
You know, he did that against us, you know, or at their place. And, you know, you just know he's kind of dangerous when he comes in. He doesn't get to play a ton of minutes, but you know what you love about that? As far as a senior, being on the bench and being ready, being a student of the game, and just doing what, you know, what's asked, and being ready, being, you know, being able to come in and take care of business when a coach asks you.
Lift where you stand, right? Here's your opportunity to make an impact. You make it.
Sends it back out. Kauser with the pump. Sends it out with 4, with 3, with 2. And
wow. That's going to be the second on Mulford.
That's a tough call right there.
I thought the same thing. Let's see if we get it on the replay.
I think that looks worse than it is. I mean, the hand is on that body, and I think he's going down to save it. It looks like it's a push. I don't know.
12.1 with no shot clock. Five seconds. 3 seconds. Wrap it around. Can't get it off. Now does, and it does not go. At the end of 1, it is Herriman 19, Davis 17. You're watching and listening to the 2025 6A State Championship. Back into the Huntsman Center, 19-17. Herriman with the lead on Davis. Coach, a very interesting point coming into this when you got Blanchard and some others, just to see who's going to cover the scoring. We're trying to get this up to the average.
Great point with Mulford out. Stockton Blanchard, this is a great opportunity for him. His senior year right now to be the leader, help his team stay right here where they need to be, and be able to knock down some shots here. You know, obviously Barkley's going to get going here as well and getting downhill. That was an organized play there to go back door defense. Davis defended that really well.
This is the guy that I've just absolutely loved to watch, and it's Stone Tia.
Man, what a drive and bucket. Holy cow, I totally missed it, but he counts the bucket and gets to the free throw line looking for a three-point play.
Love this kid. Watched a little bit of him, and every time he seems to be making some big plays for Herriman, and Herriman needs him right now. And what a great moment for him to step up and get some confidence right here, get to the foul line, get a little bit of a rhythm. Great for Herriman right here.
This guy's going to be a game wrecker by the time that he's all said and done, because he brings great physicality. His energy and effort off the charts. He's flying all over the floor, and he can score it.
Holding up top here with Atwater, goes back to 3, now into the corner. He sends across to Kauser.
Great penetration.
Extra pass, and got it. How about the 3?
That's usually Sparrow's shot, but so unselfish to be able to kick that out and being ready to knock that down. That's great teamwork. I love that.
That was Kauser.
Riker was absolutely on it. Sends it out now over. The 3 on the way does not go. Now the rebound Taken there by Sparrow.
There's a sigh of relief if you're a Davis fan. I mean, Zach Tanner started on a hot streak last night. My goodness.
On the drive, can't get it to go. The rebound still loose. Taken by Stilson. Put it on the angle, 3 on the way, and got it. How about the 3 from Stockton Blanchard?
Love that kid. He's game ready, and this is a big game for him to perform. And his dad was sure a great coach at Copper Hills, and have a lot of respect for him, and had a lot of great seasons there. And he's a coach's son. It's a big game for him. He's going to have a good game.
Best three-point shooter in school history.
Got records everywhere. 3 on the way, won't go. Rebound, there's a foul on the rebound. Nice. Oh no, on number 3.
Right.
That's 2 on Bennett.
Turley can come back on with 5:56 left in the second quarter.
You know, Bennett Wright is an outstanding shooter, too. You cannot leave him. You can't let him get hot. If you're Herriman, you got to know where he is. He's a guy that can turn a game around as well, and it's been fun watching him and preparing for them this year. He's one that really scared us.
Yeah, he had 8, I think, in the second quarter in that semi. Really helped turn the tide of that game.
He has that ability. Let's go, Kauser.
Oh, did get it back. Oh my gosh. He switched both feet there. Gauser, nice move into the lane, drops it in.
Well, you see Herriman picking up the defensive intensity here, Coach.
Straight away, 11 seconds, 10. The 3 is good. Oh, man. How about the possession there, Coach?
You know, Bessinger back in foul trouble. Coach Sims has a lot of confidence in him, a lot of trust there to be able to go with them, and that's paying off right now at least.
How about this look? Great job, wide open, and QB1 for 3.
TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash your card.
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back in. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and Coach Ryan Cuff. Dusty, you clown.
I answer to Rob.
Oh, the whole thing is going to come together, I promise. So on the drive, here comes Mulford, sends it back out. Tanner cannot get the 3 to go. Rebound to Stilson, and that ball's tipped away. Man, how about good defense there from Davis? Down 2.
That was a really good call from Doug Meacham out of the timeout. You know, wide open shot, 3-point shot right there to get a shooter a shot, and you know what? Just didn't fall down, but really good set.
Turley threw that ball away.
Like the idea, just tough for Junior to handle that, and you'll see Christensen running back to the table.
So back up the floor. Mulford. He threw his head back and got the foul call. So the foul going to be charged.
Coach, what is your understanding of the flop rule? Because I've heard like that head bob is supposed to qualify. What is you're shaking your head. We don't have to go there.
You know what? It's fine. I think all of us are learning, you know, and it's just the consistency that we care about. And, you know, you'll see certain things and recognize it's like, okay, you just, you know, as physical as the game is, you just hate to see certain guys flopping and whatnot. So you'd like to protect the kids. But sometimes when it's called, you just get frustrated because there's a little bit of inconsistency with it.
I think the thing for me is it feels like a real steep penalty. I mean, the first one's a warning, but then you go straight to technical, right? That feels really steep. I can understand not wanting to give that for the head ball, but it's also like, but that's the rule. I'm still learning too, right? Yeah. I don't know kind of where we're at in terms of what qualifies and what doesn't.
So on the drive, cannot get that one to go. Taken and then put back up and in. Nicely done there by Stone Tia.
Tough kid. Love that. Way to go get an offensive rebound and keep your team in this game right now. And I love the momentum going. I mean, we're looking at we're going to get 70.
Well, I'll tell you this: the student section showed out tonight. It's a great environment in here.
So they called it on the floor. It's going to be the first team foul on Herriman. And the first one on Stockton Blanchard. So back comes Atwater as he comes on for Cowser. And Cowser gets an absolute talking to by Coach Sims.
As a coach, it's fun to watch out of bounds plays and see what coaches do. And both of these coaches have great out of bounds plays underneath.
Who's the master of the out of bounds?
You know what? Doug Meacham has really, really good out of bounds plays.
How about the steal there by Tua? Gets it back, lays it up and in.
Game record.
Great extra pass and be able to do that. Being a playmaker. And you see Mulford's back in the game.
Mulford came back in on the timeout. Tried to send that on the baseline and knocked out of bounds. Nicely done there by Mulford. Cowser just had a quick break.
Just tells you a lot about the coaches and knowing their kids and knowing the personnel and just the trust that they have in their team. And, you know, Herriman needs Carlo Mulford on the floor.
Trying to get it in now. Luckily, it's off his foot.
Herriman defended that well.
I really feel like you're seeing them amp up their defense. Speaking of the Mustangs, and it's becoming incredibly difficult for Davis to get a lot of separation. Great switching there.
Sends it to the corner. Can't get it. Tipped out. Taken there by Sparrow. He sends out 3 on the way. Cannot get it to drop. And the rebound taken by Moa.
Bessinger's back in the game as well with 2 fouls.
Yep.
Straight away. Got the 3.
Yes, sir.
You're thinking about a timeout here, Coach. It's up to 9.
You know, just to slow the pace down a little bit. You know, there you get to the foul line. That's as good as a timeout.
You want to know how good Mulford's feeling tonight? Check out this shot. I mean, is this a heat check maybe? I mean, that's college range. That's a pretty good look there. Feeling confident.
Absolutely.
Davis isn't shooting free throws yet.
Yeah, just the second team foul there on Herriman.
That's right. We started over.
Yep. You a fan of that?
Well, yeah, I am, but I still am getting used to it, as you can tell. You'd think I'd have it down by now.
Nice.
Christensen, that's what he does well right there.
Yep.
Garbage picking up stuff right there.
Real good presence underneath for Davis and Croydon Christensen.
Foul away from the basketball. Going to be called there on Tia.
It changed the momentum right there a little bit. This is a really important possession for Davis. Look for, Atwater, get open right here, maybe on a set or just getting downhill. And they got to find a way here to get to the foul line. Maybe Sparrow getting downhill a little bit. Little play action 2-man game right there with Atwater. Wow, they're playing him tough.
Yeah, that's a great closeout by Blanchard.
And his hands could not get it cleanly. Misses.
The length inside is starting to get disruptive here.
3 on the way and got it.
Second possession, third possession is what Davis does. And it absolutely just kills, and it's a dagger. It really changes the momentum of the game. And, Chad does an incredible job in getting his guys to go get offensive rebounds.
Beautiful shot there by JT Turley. Send it out. 3 does not go, and the rebound to, that is number 2 on Sione Moa.
Stone Tia.
Stone Tia, my bad.
That was just a great pass there from Barkley. Barkley's really being a little playmaker, even with the capabilities that he has to get to the rim and him shoot it. And that's going to open up for some things for him throughout the rest of the game. I just love his game.
That's a huge foul for Herriman because I felt like, again, that defensive pressure really amped up when Stone was on the floor, the intensity, the quickness, and now he's on the bench with 2.
Look at Sparrow getting downhill.
On the drive. Oh, how about the block there by Kale?
Great block.
Future SUU T-Bird.
So happy for him. So well deserving. A little too much dribbling.
He did. Just absolutely dribbled that ball out of bounds.
Trying to do too much there. They get Mulford out so he doesn't pick up his third foul. Defense on defensive end.
So get it into Atwater. Not going to have a chance to worry about the 2-for-1. On the drive, sends it out. Pump it. Now drive. Oh, swatted away by Tanner. On the run with Stilson.
Oh, good pass.
Oh, nice pass. And the dunk there for Green.
Oh, that's fun to watch. That's beautiful.
Starts with the block on this end by Tanner, and then the big man running the floor with the finish.
So on the drive, oh, nice find inside, and that's an easy 2. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh. We go to the break, and it is Herriman with a 34-30 lead on Davis. You're watching the 2025 6A State Championship on KSLSports.com. So welcome back into the Huntsman Center. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart, and of course the coach, Ryan Cuff. Been able to hang out with you here inside the Huntsman Center. It's been a very interesting thing. So I will try to keep things open for you because we're having to rebuild the scoreboard. So currently it is Herriman 34, Davis 30 at the beginning of the third quarter. But Ryan, I mean, just an interesting thing to talk about what we saw in that first half.
You know, just tremendous amount of teamwork. You know, a lot of guys contributing to this basketball game, and just fun to be able to see. And it's kind of what it's been all year long. And you're going to see the same throughout the second half. And just both teams very well coached and really good leaders on both teams. That's a rare turnover there by Atwater. But anyway, I just feel like the rhythm's going to start, you know, really going to the team that gets downhill and gets to the foul line. I know I've been saying that, but you know, the defense is going to get tighter too.
It's going to be interesting because a couple players and headliners in some foul trouble early. So how do the players and the coaches manage that? See if that, you know, shifts some of the intensity we've seen, or even, you know, substitution in minutes here in this second half.
Well, and some of those key guys stayed out of foul trouble, didn't pick up their third, so that's really key too.
The 3 will not go. The rebound taken there by Sparrow. So Bessinger really thought about that for a second. He was going to let that go.
Bodie Sparrow is just a tremendous athlete. When you think about what he does on the football field and him just being a sophomore, wow, he's so mature.
Put that ball inside and one. How about that one? That's a late whistle. It'll be an and one here for Christensen.
Yeah, and I love the way they went about it. Atwater on the drive. You see Tanner come over. A little soft spot there for Christensen, 8 feet out. Nice touch.
That's the unselfishness too of Atwater. You know, he's the type of guy that can take a game over, but he's getting his teammates involved that can open things up later in the ball game.
So he knocks down the free throw. So 34-33. As Herriman does have a lead. Mulford on the drive. That ball slapped away. No, it was driven out of bounds.
Davis does this probably better than any other team, is that they really find ways to be scrappy and get their hands on the ball. And, you know, that keeps you from getting the confidence to get in the paint, and that could cause problems for Herriman.
So when you say that, what do you mean by that? I'm just trying to make sure I understand. Is Barclay gets all the way to the rim, and it's 36-33 with 6:25 left in the quarter.
Just knowing that guys are trying to get downhill with space, and when you clog it up and you get your hand on the ball, you think you have space, but all of a sudden those gaps close. And again, Davis does a really good job being active hands.
So is
Get
that
their
just
hands on the ball.
passing lanes or
Yep.
okay?
And closing those lanes, tightly as well.
Yeah,
If they can
positioning.
retreat, getting back to their guy still, but still, getting down in and getting their hands on it.
Barclay cannot finish on the push here with Sparrow. Bodie gets into the defender and does get the foul call.
Bodie knew at half court what he was going to do, right? You've got the big man trying to get back, but I don't know that Tanner's ever able to establish that defensive position. You see kind of trying to get to that spot, but the quickness of Bodie, it's a tough spot to be in for Zach Tanner.
Yeah, he was just a little bit too late. It looked like Bodie was going for a touchdown there.
Yep.
Yeah. Misses on the first. He's going to hit a second one.
His dad was a tremendous athlete as well, Nick Sparrow.
Yeah. Oh, his dad's Nick?
Yes.
Things you learn every day. Is the second one good?
He was also a great football player, and then also as a player at Weber State, basketball player at Weber State.
So up top, Blanchard sends it over to Stilson. Does drop it into Kale. Does get squared up on the outside. Sends it out to Stilson. And now a foul going to be called here on number 11, JT Turley. That is number 2 on JT.
He saw Turley coming at him. That was a really good job by Stilson, drawing that foul.
Of course, Doug Meacham, the head coach of Herriman High School. We'll talk about your connections with Doug here in a second. Because Stilson goes over to Tanner. Cannot get the 3 to go. How about the board there by Barclay?
And great pass.
Tanner and Stilson were both there.
A little bit congested there.
2 real good looks, though, for Herriman on that possession.
Sparrow tried to get a foul call. Oh, man, couldn't get it. Goes back up. No! And now that ball knocked out of bounds by Tanner.
What's going on in the rim? Both sides can't get it to go down.
Again, that's where Davis can be really scary, though, as far as getting the offensive rebounds. They did that against us. Those went in for them. We were hoping they'd fall or miss, like they are now. But let's see what happens here. They got a good box set right here, out of bounds play. Coming off a double there. Oh, good. Great.
Got it right inside.
Great pass.
Ooh, left it short.
Fortunate, because I love how that play turned out for the Darts. Great look for Christensen.
Christensen slipped right there and was wide open.
Drives right to the rim. Oh, what a take and make there by Mulford.
That was great recognition, though, by Atwater. Knows he's not in position, right? So doesn't want to commit the foul. Just kind of leans back, or leans off of it, I should say.
That's what Carlo needs to do, to keep them right here where they're at. Carlo needs to continue to attack, and then they'll start, congesting a little bit, and he'll find shooters.
3 opportunities within 4 feet for Davis in the last minute that haven't gone down. I don't know, seeing shadows maybe, Coach?
I mean, that ball just goes inside out now to Barclay. Can't get it, tipped around. And now taken by Stilson. Sends out. Now it's straight away. There you go. 41-34 in favor of Davis. Probably of Herriman. Man alive. 4:05 left in the third quarter. You're watching the 2025 6A State Championship.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
How's your card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Of course, Coach Ryan Cuff. But Cuff, let's talk about your connection to Herriman head coach, Coach Doug Meacham.
Well, I have a lot of respect for him. I'm at American Fork High School. Doug was there for over 20 years. and build a lot of respect and love from everybody there. Everybody still talks about Doug. My wife is a counselor. He was a counselor there at the school, and he just treated everybody so kindly, so nice, all the way from just the staff members and of course students, but also, our custodians there talk about him still. And that's just, that's Doug, just a great guy, has a big heart, and just has a great basketball mind as well. And just so happy for him, for what he's been able to do, and just also the culture he created at American Fork. It made it really easy for me to come in, and the transition is he created that culture. We were able to win a state championship in 2019, and a big part of that was because of Doug Meacham. And so much credit is deserved from him, and just so proud of him.
Guy's amazing. He's put that ball inside, a fall away, does not go. The rebound taken there by Davis. He's going to send it out. As we're at 30 seconds, got plenty of time here on the shot clock. Yeah. Calling a foul here.
Yeah, on Blanchard.
That's a great one, Coach. That was very good.
Of course, Coach Chad Sims, we had it verified that he put shaving cream in your locker room at Weber State.
Yeah, I don't have too many good things to say about Chad. No. Chad was a great teammate. I was just very fortunate to be able to play with him. He guarded me a lot in practice, and I hated it. But that's exactly how he coaches, is he's just tough and just hard-nosed, and he gets his players to play that way. And so I love him dearly.
Oh, that's beautiful. Stone Tia moving away from the basketball and gets an easy layup.
Yeah, and Davis just kind of lost Tia.
Turley, nice pass inside. Moa, no, but got it back and puts it up and in.
Love the stick-to-itiveness there by Junior. First shot gets blocked, stays with it.
Another tremendous pass there by Atwater. Doing a really good job of getting other guys involved. That's going to come back to him.
That Mowala lays that one up and in. Mulford does find Stone Tia, gets a bucket. Man alive. Stone Tia just absolutely got it going.
That was a tough look for Stone Tia with darts around him. Nice reverse.
Gonna drive, gives that one up to Mowala. And there
Great
you go.
pass by Sparrow.
That was a really pretty.
How about the drive here? Really sets this up. This is Sparrow. He has been going downhill all day, Coach, and nice little.
He usually doesn't pass it. So that's a good sign right there to get another teammate involved, just because he's so good about getting downhill and finishing. And so that just opens up doors for other guys to be able to get easy shots right there when you can go downhill like that. And that is what Davis really does best.
Here's a question for you, Coach. You obviously have a long career of basketball. What is the toughest gym you've ever had to play or coach in the state of Utah? High school.
So that I've had to coach in, not play in, coach?
Either way.
Either way?
Yeah, either way.
Well, you know where I come from, right?
Yeah.
And we played South Sevier High School. That's a little bit south of Richfield. Yeah. That was always a tough place to play because we were such tremendous, rivalries.
Yeah.
And so that would be one probably as a player. As a coach, you always love the rivalry with Lone Peak. Bring out, everybody in town, and those are always the funnest, most fun. But I don't know. You put me on the spot. I could go on and on and on.
Well, okay. So you think about it. We're going to come back to it.
Okay.
So I really want to get, you played in a lot of fun places, and kind of an interesting part to get that from you. So sent that ball out to Stilson. Going to put that out to Mowala, now over to Mulford. Blanchard skips over to Stilson. He's going to pull, not going to hit, and the rebound taken by Sparrow. He quickly gets that ball out. 3 on the way, short, and the rebound taken by him. The 3 is good from Atwater. They just keep coming.
That's the advantage of a transition 3, right? Less guys to pick up the rebound. JT keeps it alive, and Coleman drills it.
I think that comes also back to him. He's been so unselfish, and now the ball comes back to him, and he's ready to knock that down. And just a great player. Fun to watch.
So Bodie here's ready for football season. He went into that screen hard.
Well, as soon as he got it, he immediately turned around to the official saying, wait, what? But that's first team foul on Bodie Sparrow.
How about Davis reeling this back to a 2-point game? Darts won't go away.
They want to make it interesting.
And we want them to.
They've got to, right? Going to drive the base, slapped away, and then the foul will be called here on Sparrow.
It's a good job by Barkley and design play there to be able to clear it out and get him getting to the rim, get in the paint, get him to the foul line.
Kaiser's trying to come from that backside on the baseline and knock it away. It's an aggressive play. I don't know if that's a high percentage, but it's called there for the whistle.
So Thompson can come on as Stilson goes to the bench.
Wow, this is a fun game, guys.
This has been awesome, hasn't it?
Two great teams going at it.
Back rims, the second, and a rebound taken by Kauser.
There he is.
Here comes Atwater. Sends it out. Now has it. He comes off the screen. There's a foul on the drive. It'll be the fourth team foul on Herriman. It's going to be inbound along the baseline.
Third on Blanchard.
He's just been absolutely hammered up here. If I remember, I mean, the dude has been absolutely just eaten alive. He's got, he has 1, 3, and 3 personal fouls.
Davis has done a really good job on him.
Yeah.
Got that into Kauser. Yep, he turned it over. Absolutely.
It's a tough pass. Hard to get it in there, but good design play again, but just maybe not the right decision there on the pass.
Well, just surprised that he actually threw it there. That's just a tough pass for him to even get down to.
Here's the set they've got here, looking to get Mulford. Little play action right here, coming off a double right here. Tia, and then a little over the top there for Barkley. Barkley coming out now, setting a screen there.
Tia slipped, messed up the timing on that play.
They threw that one away. And now on the drive, here's Atwater.
That little hesitation move, he's pretty good, and then he gets that little second hesitation, gets to the rim.
I want to ask you a question about Coleman when we have a timeout in a little bit.
10 seconds on the push here with Sparrow. Sends it to the corner. Bessinger short, gets his own rebound. 4 seconds. Coleman can't get in. Board taken there by Green. And that's where this quarter comes to an end. That ball hit the backboard.
Wow, they had a chance to tie it right there.
That would have been crazy, right? Go to push it up to 6. But we head to the fourth quarter. It's 46-43. Herriman leading Davis. You're watching and listening to the 2025 6A State Championship.
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back into the John M. Huntsman Center. And Dane, very interesting as we were talking during the break. Very interesting to hear what you want to ask Coach.
Well, Coach, I'm really curious at this. Herriman was preseason #1. A lot of expectations with all the experienced talent they have. You're in a state championship game. Three-point game, start of the fourth quarter. They've never won a state championship. Like, how do you contain or manage that pressure as a coach or as Coach Meacham right now?
Well, coaches explained it to them coming into this fourth quarter. Let's be who we are. Let's continue to do what got us here. And, try to keep them as cool as possible. Obviously, there's a little bit of nerves going on right now just because of the big game that it is. But these guys have been in big games and they've won big games. They've had big shots. They've been able to, weather the storm. When you think of the adversity that both of these teams have had, Herriman got down really big to Lehigh, in a state game and comes back.
Got 17 in the second half.
Yeah, and so, they're capable of it just because their coach is calm, he's cool, and for both sides, and just kind of letting the guys get the job done.
Can you tell when your team's a little nervous?
Yeah, that's when you get a timeout, but you just maybe get a set, getting them going downhill a little bit more, but sharing the ball, making the extra pass, and not trying to force too many things. That's a great job. That's a great way to be able to get Davis to the foul line to be able to get closer to the score here. But that's what Sims loves to do. Right now, it's this fourth quarter. We're going to see a lot, at least Davis, getting to the rim, and I think Herriman will do the same.
Well, and because you said you think this game's coming down to free throws, so the rest of the way, these plays are going to be the ones that added up in aggregate may determine your 6A state champion.
And what's fun is you want to be the player with the ball in your hands.
I don't.
You want to be the guy. Yeah, these guys do.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
And the guys that get the ball in their hands are going to be the guys that want to shoot the free throws. Now, the ones that don't, they're giving it up pretty quick.
The second is good as well.
He wants the ball.
Yes, he does.
I mean, look, he's here put pressure on.
Oh, you got to call that one.
They did. That's a crafty play, though, by Mulford. I mean, we
Smart.
were talking, I was like, he had that great start. How does he get back into it? Look, you don't have to score to do that, right? Like, you just get Bodie an easy foul.
Yeah, that's just being around the game your whole life.
Yep.
Great parents, love the Mulford family. I had a chance to coach his brother Diego, who was so unselfish and was such a fun teammate and so enjoyable to have him in our program. We just wish we had this one. He's special.
Oh, nice move. And then the easy lay it up and in.
There's Barkley.
And it might be Barkley time. It was Barkley time in that semi in the fourth quarter.
It's his time.
Yep.
Gonna work. Sends out for three and got it. Tied up at 48.
Why not? Hey, he's just a junior too. That's a big time shot. That's a quarterback shot.
QB1 right there.
QB1, give it to him. He changed his number, 24.
And that ball's knocked away on the run. Here's Sparrow. Sparrow goes to the rim and gets the layup. 50-48.
Wow, I'm getting excited, guys.
Don't they know it's basketball season? What are all these football guys doing out here for Davis?
That's a great run for Davis to get back into the game. But, getting the ball into Barkley, making plays for Barkley. Man, this is going to come down to the wire. I mean, what a fun game. Look at the fans. Let's go.
Love that take by Barkley. And if I'm Herriman, I'm trying to go right back to that, right? He's kind of the settler guy, work it inside, try to get them.
He's done it all year. He's done it all year. You got to go with the guy that's got you here.
And he did it yesterday, too.
Yep.
Right?
And it's his time. They're going to come back to him. And I know Coach Meacham and just setting up plays for him. And finding ways also for Herriman to get downhill. You'll see in a lot of their buckets in the paint. And I guess I love this game so much because it's not relying on the three-point shot. And it doesn't mean that we haven't seen three-point shots. But I love the game that gets to the rim. But I also love that mid-range game too. And there's a lot of people that don't. But I love it. That's old school in me.
And here's a question
I love it too.
You talk about the difference in Coleman Atwater. What is the difference? How do you see Coleman's game different this year than
just because
previous years?
he's a trifecta, right? He gets to the rim, he can pull up and shoot the jump shot, and then he can hit the three. And he is so hard to guard. And so he can do all of those things. And he wasn't able, with his strength last year, he wasn't able to do those things that he can do this year. And I think we're going to even see more the next 6 minutes in Atwater as the game's on the line.
You see that strength. Like, you look at him and his physique, to me, looks bigger than it has been.
And he's not a big guy, really, in general, but he's bigger than what he was last year. Yeah. But also what's come with that, senior urgency, right? It's a senior year.
I like that term.
But it's just like he knows he's got to take over. And it's just that will that you love your players to have. He has it.
Absolutely. Send that ball to the corner. Tanner looking inside to Cale Barkley. Not going to get anywhere with it. Give it to Cale in the corner. Cale drives base. Spins back in the middle. Oh my God. How did he get that up and in?
And that's a design out of bounds, coming from out of bounds. That's on Coach Meacham. Getting the ball again where you want to in the paint and to your best player.
Oh, how about the backside? He can't get it to go.
That's the fourth shot at the rim Davis has missed in this second half, at least.
I think you got to go back to Barkley. You got to find a way.
That ball in the corner.
They're doubling teaming out there too, so they're trying to get the ball out of Mulford's hands.
And he's comfortable initiating here from the outside. He'll drive. He's more than happy to do that.
Trying to get a mismatch right there.
Gonna pull, and oh, that ball just did not go. Tanner cannot save it, and the ball's gonna go with Davis.
He can hit those shots, but you'd like to see him going more to the basket for sure in that situation.
Why are you always right? You said at the start of the game, even with the All-Star, first to 60. Look where we're at. Man, you are just dialed in.
And we tried to get Davis under 50, and the problem was we went in 2 overtimes and they got over 60. So we had our chances, that's for sure.
Oh man, that ball knocked away. Now on the run with Barkley. Gonna step back and hits. What a shot there. Timeout, Herriman. Oh, coach.
Carlo Mulford, what a special talent. Again, we talk about willing your team, individually there's wills, and guys that have been in situations like this and being in a state championship game, trying to take over. And again, it's not selfish at all because there's multiple guys that have taken part in this game on both sides, but it just sees some of your better players right now, taking over.
How about the ability to create that shot, right? And not just create it, but like he had a lot of room on that setback. Like that's a heck of a play. And that's a great way too. We talk a lot, and I don't know if you feel this way or not, but you come up here to the Huntsman Center, you have the high school line, the college line, and we see it affect a lot of shooters, especially when they're stepping in. But that step back, that's a great way to get your spot on the floor, right? Because you can set it up and say, yep, I'm going to step to the right line, get the look, and Carlo able to drill it.
And that's not easy to do. And guys that can do that put so much work into that. That's a lot of hours in the gym. Yeah. That's a huge compliment, obviously, to him, but also his dad and the work that he's put in with him as well. Jordan is a coach and it is his own frame of mind, but has done that also for him. But bringing back memories right now. Holy smoke. I mean, my own sons, I don't want to be selfish, but man, it's fun to be here and be able to see this, and brings back a lot of memories of my own boys being on the floor and my own teams, of course.
And that's what this game means, right? Coach, you're years later and you're still
like,
it's
all about.
This is what I'm thinking about. It matters.
Oh, what a take and make there by
Sparrow.
He'll get there and get the bucket. Oh, nearly threw that one into the hands of Turley. Sends back the 3 and cannot get it.
Another really good set, especially with him hit that shot before.
Pull it, and it was short, and now the foul going to be called on Tanner.
Boy, that was the same spot that Mulford just hit that last 3. It looked good, too. I thought that was going in.
Which, again, Coach Meacham came back. He was hot.
Yep.
Got him kind of the same shot right there out of the timeout. And that's, again, just giving your teammate, giving your better player a chance to be able to hit another shot like that. And that's just what a coach can do for your team.
Yep.
Boy, we had a great 6A Girls State Championship. The boys living up to it. What a day, huh?
What a great shout out now for Nancy Warner. I mean, what an incredible job she's done at Lone Peak. And of course, what she did at Springville before at Lone Peak. So, man, so hard to do, but she's created an amazing culture.
How about the move and the bucket there for Atwater? And it's a 54-53 Davis lead.
A little spinorama there for Coleman.
That spin is so hard to guard.
The 3 is wide to the left, and the rebound taken now on the run. Oh, what a move. And it's a 3-point Davis lead.
That's what he does.
That kid is a heat-seeking missile tonight, and it's always aimed right at the rim.
Into the corner. Did not get it to go, and now the foul going to be charged to Barclay.
And it's JT Turley amongst the bigs of Herriman that goes up and grabs that rebound for Davis. Coach, you talk about rebounding. The Davis guards committed.
You know, Davis is doing a good job on their end with the 1 and out. You know, that was actually a really good shot there, you know, from Carlo. But only one shot.
Yeah.
Where Davis on the other end, they're finding ways to get second, third shots. And that could be the difference of the game.
14 fouls on Herriman.
Atwater goes down the lane and lays it up and in.
It's almost like they're expecting help here, Coach, and there isn't any there.
Get a timeout.
That first line, and you're at their end.
2:58 left in the fourth quarter. Davis 58 and Herriman 53. You're watching the 2025 6A State Championship.
TagSpan checking account. You earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TagSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Back into the Huntsman Center, Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and Coach Ryan Cuff. Been an absolute blast, boys.
Great game. Great game. You know, we get a little superstitious, and sometimes after you have great semis, you're like, well, maybe the final won't live up to it. Today's has. It's been great.
So that is the second team foul on Davis.
Davis knows they have some fouls to give, so you can see Davis just step up and be more aggressive. You can see this right now. They're okay to give up a foul or two. Great design play right there.
Beautiful. Barclay gives Allen off to Tanner.
And that's the risk reward, right? You come up with a double. Once you break it, now you got numbers. Beautiful handoff to Tanner.
That was a huge possession right there for Herriman. Great pass by Barkley.
That coach is probably told him, hey, we're going to hold this up until they come get it. Because until we get down to 10 seconds, you have nowhere to go. Center of the corner. 3. Got it! Oh, what a 3 there by Kauser.
There's that guy. Kauser.
Dude's unreal.
He's been hiding in the corner.
Misses on the layup. The rebound taken by Stilson.
Great hustle by Stilson right there.
Blanchard sends over to Mulford. And he turns it over. Sparrow is fouled. No!
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, what?
Now here's the question. There's a jersey tug there. Is this going to be an intentional foul?
They're talking about it.
They did tug on his jersey, didn't they?
Now I don't know when the foul was called, right? Was the foul called prior to that?
So it is just a personal foul.
Looks like that's all it's going to be. I don't think they're going to go back.
Yeah.
It could have been, though.
Yeah, just common.
Okay. And Coach Sims is like, whoa. He was like,
pull his jacket off.
Yeah. Sparrow knocks down the first.
How about the game for Bodie, huh? Hit that early 3, missed 1 or 2 ever since then. Like, it's just been rim. He's up to 15.
And you know, Dane, all year long, I think just as the season's gone on, he's just got stronger.
Yep.
And he's knocking down free throws.
8-point biggest lead. I think this is the biggest lead by either team, isn't it?
Biggest lead of the night. The coaches of Davis can absolutely feel it. Send that ball to the corner, blocked away.
Usually you don't see quarterbacks with this kind of pass deflection.
Is that Kauser?
No, it's Bessinger.
Bessinger.
Go take down with his left hand. That ball is tipped out of bounds there by Davis.
Davis now is just really crowding the three-point line, too. They're almost a little bit more willing to give up the 2 versus the 3. but they can remain physical because they got fouls to give.
Yeah, just 2 team fouls.
And they've been physical all game,
Yep.
really.
You know, the other thing, a couple possessions ago, there were no Herriman Mustangs around the rim for the rebound, but 4 darts.
On the move. Mulford is short.
Everything's outside there for Herriman. And so now you're chasing to try to pick up that
It's
rebound.
unfortunate. You can't have stuff thrown on the floor.
It's had a water bottle hit the floor.
Yeah, you never like to see that. That's too bad. It's been such a great game. Last thing we need is anybody getting hurt that's out on the floor, especially those who are participating.
We're going to try to find out where that bottle came
Well,
from.
there's a general vicinity that people are queuing into here. We won't show it, but
Ladies and gentlemen, play will not resume until the first move.
Yeah,
they're
not
stopping this game until that's taken care of.
I'm glad they're doing this, to be honest, because that person should be escorted out.
Yeah, they don't want him to.
Here's the question, though. I mean, he's saying it wasn't him. Now, I don't know. Don't know where it came from, but
Gonna bring it down just so got everything figured out. That's a grown man.
Well, you don't want anything like that to take away
No.
from this game.
No.
This has been so fun and
An absolute blast, right? Gonna step into the line. And the first free throw is good. So Curley has one more. And he does hit both. So a 10-point game with minute 20 left. Unreal that this game totally turned. And that foul's going to go on Atwater.
Yep.
that's again, they can be aggressive because they have a foul to give right there. And so they're really playing high. And not that Herriman get any threes off, but they can be physical like that. And that's to Davis's advantage.
And that is a miss by Barclay and a hiccup there by Turley.
How many Davis guys are sitting at the rim? I mean, it's just there's a difference right now, especially on that end, of who are crashing the boards, and it's playing out here in the final 4 minutes.
Well, and that's what they've done again all year long. And in the big time games, finding ways to go get second shots and third shots, and then allowing the one and out on the other end. When, as a team, you want to do the same thing that they do to you. You want to turn around and get the same. But because they're just so tough and keeping people out of the paint, it's harder to do for Herriman.
107 left in this one. It's an absolute, just deafening way this game's going to end. Absolutely crazy. So 107 left here. Kale, how about that one? Just absolutely banks that one in.
Tough shot.
Yeah. So timeout taken. So
How about this? If this score holds, or if Davis wins, this will be the first quote-unquote upset in the 6A bracket. Everything has gone seed line.
oh my gosh.
Every game has gone seed line. This would be the first one to not do that. Isn't that crazy? And it'd be a 2 over a 1.
Yeah, and when you think about the opportunities early on, especially as brackets played out, you always see an upset somewhere, and for it to get to the final game to be one. But these two teams have played so well all year, and give credit to their players. For Herriman right now, it's a tough thing right now because they've had the best record this year and played some good teams as well. And this is a really good season for them. Just because you lose a game doesn't mean you're not a good team. And, it's going to be tough right now but at the end of the day, they have had an incredible season.
Are you fouling here if you're Herriman?
You gotta make the game last as much as possible. Got to get a steal, and you gotta extend it. And Atwater has struggled lately at the foul line.
You talk about this Herriman team, Coach. They lost one game in state this year. It was to Corner Canyon. They beat them 2 other times. They have so many close games. That's the thing. Like, you look at how many wins they have. They probably have 8 or 9 that are one possession, 1, 2, 3 points. Like, this is a tested group, and I'm kind of stunned that it's been Davis that's gone on the late run, because I figured all that, like, Herriman would be like, yeah, guys, we've done this all year. Here we go. And it just hasn't played out that way.
Well, you've seen a little bit of that also with Davis. Davis loses early, and a lot of their games, when you watch and scout Davis, a lot of their games early, they're behind.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they just find a way to get back into the game. And especially the second half, they're more of a second half team versus a first half team.
Yeah.
And they've showed that again tonight.
How about the 2 free throws going in there? As Mulford gets right to the rim, nobody stops it. And the layup is good.
Can we ask Coach a question?
Yep.
Are you superstitious, Coach?
Yes.
What's your game, like, pre-game superstition then? Like, how does...
Well, I did this as a player too. I always took a shower. I always like taking a shower, feeling clean, coaching or playing. I've always done that. Also, I do things crazy, and I don't know if it's more with socks and way I get dressed and things like that. And because when we win, I keep this, like to wear the same socks, and but my outfit doesn't change too much. I really like to be simple, and it's a Johnny Cash look. I like black, but anyway, that's probably my biggest superstition. Is I do like the simplicity and kind of staying. I don't like a lot of change, but there's a lot of things I just do. Even when we lose, I still do some of the same things.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. I would say I'm a man of routine. For me, it's not necessarily superstition, but the simplicity.
I'll take routine as well. I like that.
Stockton going to bring him in the front court, and I like that though, Coach. I mean, that's where I am. I mean, it's just, I'm a man of simplicity. I'm a man of just things are going to go.
This is just so much fun to be with you guys, and I just appreciate the opportunity. It's, as a coach and any coach that's in this position, you just love to be. You'd love to be here as a player, and you'd love to be here as a coach. And there's so many great coaches out there. And just a shout out to Morgan, Coach Scott Hunt, winning a state championship at the 3A level. He's done an amazing job at Morgan, and beating my alma mater at Richfield, that was a tough one, but that guy can coach.
Now, was he at Bear River?
He was at Bear River. Then he also was at Roy.
That's right. Yeah.
But he won 3 state championships at South Severe.
Okay.
Started his career, I think, at Panguage and won one. But just, again, there's a lot of great teams in the state. It's been fun to follow them.
Well, and how about Payson this year winning a state championship?
108 years.
Awesome.
Shout out to my sister. She's in the community of Payson, and it's been fun for their community for
108 years.
So awesome for their school, the history there.
That means my grandmother's never seen a state championship at Payson. She turns 100 this year.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
How about that?
Speaking of culture, awesome. You think of the culture of Davis High School. There's tremendous culture there. Well, and has been for a long time.
You want to know why they play good defense? Because they're always defending the tradition.
Yeah, I love it. And those goes back into Jay Welk's years. And, of course, Gardner, even before that, Coach Gardner. And Chad's really done an amazing job there
it's
as
crazy
well.
because they did like a history night, and they've had like, I don't remember what it is, like 7 or 8 coaches in their 100+ year history. It's crazy.
Well, here comes Blanchard and Barclay off the floor.
These are the awful moments.
You give them a lot of respect as well. And Coach Meacham, and speaking of culture, of the culture that he's changed at Herriman High School and what they've been able to do since he's been there, even just in 2 years. And so that's awesome to see, because you see the love that they have for each other, how much they really care about the game as well. And it's always hard to end. It doesn't matter when.
Yeah.
Always going to feel good when you're Davis, and you know it's going to come to an end and you're the favorite.
That's a very good Herriman team.
Extremely, right?
It's a very good Davis team, too.
Very good Davis
1,000,000%.
But no, I mean, you think about these seniors for Herriman, Barclay and Blanchard, obviously. Tanner had a huge semifinal. I mean, great playoff as he comes off the floor here. I'm talking about all the buildup for this year and this group, and just falls short tonight.
All the stuff we thought they would do, and they absolutely did it. And, you know, it's funny because when we got ready for basketball and we got to reach out about, hey, we want to come do all of our games. I'm like, we're going to come. Like, I just got to know that you're going to have us. Like, what is it you're wanting from us? And the first thing he said to me was, whatever it is, we'll take it. He's like, what can you? I said, I'll do every single game. Like, I don't really give a damn. And he's like, all right. So we went through the whole thing, and Chad is one of my absolute favorite people. I love Chad Sims, and there's so many people that try to bring it up. I'm like, nope, stop. Like, don't tell us anymore. Like, I don't need to know anymore. But it's just been amazing to get to know him.
Well, what's been fun, too, to see with Chad, with history, you know, he's had a chance to have his boys in his program and on his teams. You know, he has a Tanner back in 2019 when we have a chance to play them. You know, and Chad's been through some adversity, too, with his teams, and it hasn't always been easy. So to see some of the success that he's had is, you know, great shout out to him. You know, and again, it's just very deserving for Davis.
75-66. How about Davis? They come back in this game and it looked like it was all Herriman, and then it turned. They had a couple of shots go their way. They had stuff starting to get moving for them, and then they go on an absolute tear to take this one 75-66. Congratulations to the Davis Darts. And it's just about all the things they can do that they were able to do to get the championship.
Well, it's so hard, Dusty, and we all know that. And all the hard work, the time, the effort from players, from parents, from coaches, when you think of the staff members and all the time that you put into a season. And yes, a great shout out to Davis, but it's every program in the state that we all have a chance to be able to go through, that. And just there's only one winner, when it comes to each classification. And very deserving for Davis, for sure.
I mean, it's just been one of those things that every year when you come do the state championship, you just know no matter what happens, there's only one team that's going to be happy at the end. And it's always going to be, when you get to 6A and 5A, you know who it could be. This was a different one, even though it ended up 1 and 2, because there were 8 teams that could totally be here today and leave the champion.
Absolutely, and that's why you don't take anything away from Herriman. It's an incredible season. When things pass, when time heals always, and you look back, and it's the relationships that you were able to build with those awesome seniors that you'll never, ever, ever forget. And that is what matters the most. And that's why they walk away champions as well.
Your students do too, right?
And students, and parents as well, because of the time and the trust that they put in, and the respect also that they have for the game, and giving coaches the opportunity to coach their sons.
What's amazing is there is a student at Davis that's a special needs student, and that dude shows up every stinking game, and he has a jacket with all these different stripes on it, all the different years and all that stuff. I love that kid. And just watched him come over, just so excited, like clapping his hands as he's down on the floor. Just absolutely unreal.
When we lost to Davis at Davis, by the way, we felt like we gave them a pretty good game. Maybe that could have been the championship game.
It could have been.
Double overtime, and our kids fought like crazy at Davis. Tough place to play. But I remember in the line seeing that young man, and it was awesome to be able to just spend a little bit of time and give him a hug.
Yep.
And you could tell he was so proud to be a Dart and be part of that team in the line. And I'll never forget that I told him, hey, go win a championship. I said that right to him, and he got this big smile on his face. And now you see him right down there in the middle of the circle.
The dude's in the front of the circle. He's just an absolute stud. Just an absolute stud. And oh, man. Coach, tell me a couple things. When you win a state championship as a coach and you're seeing all your students kind of getting after it and all that stuff, what is it you're trying to make sure they do and stuff like that when you're the coach?
Well, it's all about the kids, period. It's so fun to be able to guide your team to go win games. And again, not too many teams get here. But when you get here, you're just so extremely happy for them because of the hard work that they put in and the relationships that they were able to build, the sacrifices that they were able to make. And you just love to sit back and just see how happy that they are for each other.
Uh-huh.
And that's really what makes it for, as a coach and coaching staff. And I've been on both ends. And it's extremely hard to be in that locker room right now with Herriman's players. But I'll tell you right now that those players and coaches will remember this moment as much as winning the state championship because of the challenges and the trials, the struggles that we go through in life, that they were able to go through together, that there'll be times that are a lot harder than losing a basketball game that will help lift them because they'll remember this moment that they went through something hard. And they're bawling their eyes out, by the way, right now in that locker room.
Absolutely.
It can be a special moment, too.
Well, and it can. And not only that, they can absolutely grow from this moment. They can get better from it, all that stuff. And those kids absolutely had to learn everything that they had to learn. They had to learn on the hard work. And they had to learn in this moment. They had to learn throughout the season so many big things that they're going to take with them for the rest of their lives.
It's the memories that last. And what we talk about a lot, and most coaches do, is your character and building core values. And nobody can ever take those away from you. And so as your seasons build on those things, yes, losing's hard, right? But losing a basketball game comparable to other struggles and challenges that we have in life, by the way, so awesome to be able to have this guy with us. And he's winning every single day in the battles that he's had. And so just to have a chance to work with you, my friend, is just my honor. And I just thank you so much because you've been through a lot. You fought hard and you've lost a lot of games, but you're winning the battle, and so proud of you.
Appreciate it.
And it's, again, you keep coming back, you keep fighting, and you keep working, and that's what Herriman's kids will do.
Yeah.
Is they bounce back and they're resilient, and they'll see as this moment as a special moment too, because they could have been on the other end just as easy.
It's an amazing thing. And when you got kids that are coming up and all that stuff, and it just means so much when you have somebody that actually gets it. I absolutely appreciate it. But
it's a special moment for Davis, though, cutting down the nets. Not everybody has a chance to do this, and just so happy for Chad Sims and his staff and his players. And he doesn't have a lot of seniors. I think there's only 4 seniors on this roster, so he's going to have some guys coming back that's had this experience that's going to be defending, this state championship. And, that's going to be a really good basketball team for the next little bit, because he's got a really good sophomore group as well.
Well, and I'll tell you what, right now, Chad Sims has been an absolute, what's where I'm looking for, he's a star when it comes to being a coach. And he's an absolute star when it comes to how do you take care of your program? How do you keep it moving? How do you get it built? All that stuff. He's already been there. And it's been unreal to be able to watch his growth as a coach.
Well, and he's been able to do it with his sons as well. You know, I guess that's what brings back memories. I get goosebumps because I had a chance to go through this with my dad. Wasn't my coach, but I had a chance to see my dad win state championships. And it was one of the most exciting things as a young boy growing up. It's like what I wanted so badly, you know, but then my dad stepped down from coaching, and looking back, you know, I had a tremendous high school coach and Dwayne Peterson, but I look back and think, oh, I wish my dad would have had, you know, coach me. But then having that experience with my boys, Tanner and Tiger, I mean, it's priceless. And that's what Chad's had. He's got another boy coming up as well in the program. I know Doug Meacham has a son that's a sophomore, Nash, who's a sophomore in their program and will be coming up too. And Quincy Lewis, obviously last year having a chance to coach his son. Carter Miller at Layton's coaching his son. Tyler Roberts, who I coached with at Dixie, had a chance to coach his son. And there's a lot of those memories that you look at and be able to experience that. Again, I don't mean to be selfish in any way and take anything away from this. But when you get to do it also, of course, with your boys, they're all your boys. But it's even more special, too, with your sons. And that's kind of the memories that comes back to me. Each one of my kids that I've coached, regardless of winning a state championship or not, you know, has been special. You know, that's why we do it.
And that's why we all do it, right? That's why we're all part of it. That's why we all look forward to it. And not only that, I think back to where I got started coaching baseball and how much fun that was. I coached American Legion ball. I absolutely loved every summer coaching down in Helper. I mean, I was living here in Salt Lake.
I wish I would have had you as a coach. You would have been so fun.
I was an absolute blast. But it was so much fun to go and coach those boys. And on that, just staying in touch with them and watching where they are today just absolutely blows my mind. I think of where they are. They think of where I am and all that stuff. Those guys are still so close. Those guys are, I go through my Facebook and they're all having birthdays and it's amazing to see where they are today.
Yeah, and that's what I mean about the opportunity to coach, and not only the boys and the experiences that you have with boys, but families as well. And I love what Chris Jones said last night. He said, you know, with the experiences that he's had this year, and they have a chance to play for a state championship tomorrow night against Olympus. But he just said, you know, he gave a shout out to parents and how thankful he was to have really, really good parents in his program. And every single coach, that's what we hope for. Right. And that doesn't happen every year. It doesn't. But when we have really, really good parents that are also invested and are all in what we're doing, this makes this even that much more worth it. And when we lose too, not everybody gets to be in this stage, but it's even that much more valuable to be able to share that with the boys, and the parents really get it as long as you have the right guys on the bus. And that includes parents.
Absolutely.
And you think about how many coaches throughout, you know, each season that don't have a chance to win the final prize. They're no different than Chad Sims.
Yeah.
You know, they're no different than a champion who wins it in the 5A, you know, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Or the Nancy Warner who wins it on the girls' side. Every single coach puts in hard work. They put in a lot of time, and should, I guess what I'm saying right now is just, you know, I know there's a lot of parents out there. They are frustrated maybe with their coaches, but also recognize too that you're the coach that's coaching your son. Most of them really love your son.
Absolutely.
And care about them a lot. And we, of course, want to win, but we don't win them all. But the way we win, too, is how we're treated, right?
1,000,000%. Because at the end, you got to go back. You got to get in front of those parents. And it's one of those craziest things that you can absolutely do. And all I'm wanting to do is just delay enough to where we can get Chad Sims on top of the stinking leader. Are we going to be able to do that or no? Yeah, sure. Okay. But that's all I'm wanting to do is if I can get it on there, we got Chad Sims cutting down the net.
This is a great moment right here with the students and, you know, the players. And again, this is something these kids will always remember, like throughout the rest of their lives. And what a moment. It's what it's all about for sure.
An amazing moment between Davis and their students. And I'm hoping that we're going to get a chance to get Chad Sims on top of the stinking lead.
He's already in the locker room having a shower or something. I mean,
well, I saw him come out and he was kind of standing there. Maybe he came up to be a part of the student section stuff, but just absolutely unreal to be able to call this game and be able to get all the stuff that we have here with Davis High School. And man, it's been an absolute blast to be able to enjoy it and be a part of it for the last 5 years. And now we just need to get Chad on top of the stinking leaderboard.
I'll tell you, you want to hug everyone, and your face hurts because you got this big smile on your face. And he wants to enjoy this moment as he should with the guys he's gone to battle with. And a big part of that battle, obviously, is with his staff members as well, and the preparation, that they put in to be ready for these games through the tournament. It's not just through the tournament. It's a season. It's a long season. But just enjoy every minute of it. And I think he's doing that. Forget talking to anybody else.
Well, and the funny thing is that he's wanting to make sure that he gets everybody, right? And he's trying to make sure that I see him now. So I see where he is. He's around midcourt, just kind of there in the stands. And he's just trying to make sure that he sees everybody that he has to see before he goes and tries to cut down the net and all that stuff. And one of the great things about Coach Sims, the man is a dude of absolute principle, and he's a guy that totally gets loved by people, and just an absolute star. One of my absolute favorites.
We were on opposite sides in 2019, and we had to battle in a semifinal game. 3 overtimes, and we had some starters foul out, and recognized we had to get lucky to win this game. And Chad was just had so much class, and even afterwards, it's just, just was able to just make us feel good about winning. But we've been on the other side, know how hard it is and heartbreakers to lose, especially an overtime game, and it went 3 overtimes, and we just had that experience this year. We go to Davis, we lose in 2 overtimes, and my mind went right to how he felt in 2019, and how easy it was for me to say, hey, go win a championship. It's like I said to that young man on the line, it's just because your heart goes out, because that, like, we've all been in those other situations. We felt the other way.
He's just waiting. He's like, hey, go ahead and do it. So he just sent his assistant with the scissors.
Yeah, there's not going to be any net left.
No. And the funny thing is that poor guy's going to cut down the...
he might have just told him to cut it down for him. No, there's still a little left there.
So here comes Chad Sims. And, well, as soon as we get there, we'll get it done. But I think we're good, right? Yeah? Okay. So final score... It is 75-66 in favor of Davis. Been an absolute blast today, Coach. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with us. And when you look at this one, an absolute terror. If you're a 6A basketball fan, 4 players come off this team, and they're all coming back next year. They're going to be ready to go. You'll have guys ready to absolutely make this work. But it's been an absolute blast to watch what Davis is able to do.
Well, and it's the culture that's been created, and that's just what's happened, and it just makes it that much harder to do, for sure.
Just absolutely crazy. Again, our final score, it is Davis 75 and Herriman 66. Congratulations to Davis and everything they were able to do and bring home the 6A state championship. For Dane Stewart, for we're good, Vince Francis, and for Coach Ryan Cuff. I'm Dusty Litzer. Thanks for joining us and for bringing in the 6A state championship.